Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. The position here today is not so important because we have a shorter meditation practice. So you just want to find something genuinely comfortable and sturdy. Sitting in a chair is nice, just feet flat on the ground. And of course, you could sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find something comfortable. It's a 10-minute meditation, so it's not utterly important. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. But of course, if you've learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing that, just close your eyes. There's no hindrance. But if your eyes are open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze down below you, glancing at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring at a particular spot in the floor or analyzing it, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed clearly yet softly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable, and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze down. Here you are. Here we are. Just here. And I know there's a lot to do, a lot of things to accomplish and problems to be solved. In fact, there's an infinite plethora of worries, issues. They never end. But you are always here. This is the moment of life. We often neglect this, just this, because we're consumed by thinking. And it feels like paying attention to thoughts is our highest priority. But we are here, always. So bring your attention away from your problems, away from the to-do list, away from the story of your life that happened in the past, identity, and just notice what's here. Be careful not to confuse noticing with what is here with thinking about what's here. We're not talking to ourselves about what is here. We are directly experiencing what's here before thinking arises. So, for example, sounds. Pay attention to the sounds around you. And let my voice be just another one of those sounds that you hear. And without naming sounds like this is a good sound or that's a bad one, or that's the fridge or that's the wind outside, without naming them, just listen. Every sound almost seems to have a different texture, a different quality. What is it like to hear? And it's possible that I'm catching you thinking right now. In fact, it's likely. You're talking to yourself about dinner all of a sudden, or about your plans. And notice how when you're doing this, sound no longer is available to you. Or rather, sound is no longer experienced fully. And this is what we call being lost in thought and not being in contact with what is here and now, not being in contact with your life, which only happens now. So come back to this moment, and you can use any experience, sounds, you can use your sense of smell, feeling, even tasting, and sights. You are here. Just come back again to this moment. Notice what already is before you think about it. And stay. Gently and effortlessly recognize that you are always here and completely rest. Okay, you can look at the screen. You know, a big mistake a lot of people, I think, have when it comes to meditation is that they try to add meditation. Maybe you're into this, but you try to add meditation to part of your bag of tricks to make you one up on the universe. Like going to the gym, getting educated, getting a job, all these things to make me better. And I should meditate too, just throw that in there as this other thing I have to do in order to be better, have a calm mind. And it's true to an extent, of course, because meditation is very useful. In fact, I would say it's really the only thing worth doing. It's the only thing, or it's the most important thing worth taking the time for. But of course, if we think of it as just this part of our to-do list, it won't really help us. Because when we sit, or like maybe you're watching this video and you have an idea that you're going to get something from it, your mind is on the future. You're going, I'm going to get something from it. And you're not here because you're thinking about what you're going to get out of it. So it's okay to have a motivation when you practice. But when you sit, really sit as if there's absolutely no reason for it. You just kind of like dancing. You know, is there a purpose of dancing? To get to a particular spot in the floor, as Alan Watts would say? No. It's just the dancing. So you just sit. And it's funny because there's a paradox here. Sitting for no reason at all, yet it's the most important thing you can do. And why is that? You may ask. Because right now, everything you're experiencing is through your mind, right here. When you're sad, that is your mind. When you're happy, that is your mind. When you're elated, when you're depressed, when you're seeking, when you're not seeking, when you're trying to be better, when you feel like this kind of person, or you feel like that kind of person, you feel awkward, you don't feel awkward, that is all your mind, all of it. In fact, there is not anything you have contact with that isn't your mind. It's a weird way of talking. But don't get too worried about that. Everything you experience is your mind. So what is more worth looking at? What is more worth your attention? Yes, you can gather the entire world. You could become a millionaire. And if you don't know your mind, who cares? If you're unhappy, what's the point? It's important. So you must just take the time for it. But then again, the paradoxical part. When you come to practice, let all of those goals go. Don't come with any future plans. Drop them all. Because if you have a future plan, you won't notice what is. You'll be trying to lean into the future somehow. Just stay here. There really is nothing more worth doing. Because our mind is the basis for everything in experience. So practice. Whatever you do, practice. Wherever you are and whatever is going on, just sit and listen. Notice what is here and rest completely here and now. Thank you for your time today. And as always, and of course without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.